Okay, so this is going to be a somewhat informal how to do ads, and I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. And I also want to share before we get into this that with ads, it's trial and error. Some posts are going to take off, some posts are going to bomb. And you also have to realize that with ads, your ultimate goal is getting more people in front of your stuff. It's not that you're going to create or generate or have a sell immediately, because I will tell you that part has taken time, but it put the right people in front of my content that I was looking for. And to me, that's priceless. I have several of my top coaches on the team that came from an ad. They did not buy immediately, but they watched me for a while. I connected with them. I created trust and relationships with them, and they became amazing coaches on my team. And I have ads to thank for that. So I want to put that out there, that ads was something I was dabbling in. And that was at the same time that I was also doing all of my other normal stuff, and getting my challengers to become coaches after getting them results, and still doing the daily grind of what I typically do with connecting and greenlighting and messaging people and reaching out, like messaging the people that follow my stories. So I want to make sure that that's highlighted, because I know sometimes people will do an ad and they'll be like, oh, well, that didn't work. And then they stop doing it. And guys, if I did that, then I would have missed out on the opportunity of meeting a lot of really, really amazing people that became coaches and that became clients. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there, that ads just puts the right people in front of your stuff. And if you give it time, those people will become your customers. They will become your coaches. They will become your best friends, because you attracted the exact person that you wanted and you were looking for. Okay. I know you guys are like, okay, Danielle, shut up. We get it. So I think what's going to have to happen, even if you're running Instagram ads, you want to use Facebook Ads Manager. Okay, that's where you should always be running your ads from if you want to run smart ads that work. Okay, so you will probably have to have a like page. You guys don't have to use the like page. I barely post on mine anymore, but it's there. And what happens is I also have a business Instagram page. Okay, so if you don't have a business Instagram page, you can't run ads. So keep that in mind. You can easily change the setting. I actually had originally a personal Instagram page when I first started all this, and I switched over to a business page. Okay, so let's go to Business Manager. See, Facebook recently changed this. This looks all different to me now. Okay, so you go over here to Pages, and you can go to Ads Manager. Ads Manager is where you will be able to create the ad and target the audience that you want. Okay, so you will click on Create. And I typically like to go to engagement. That is what I have primarily used over the years, pretty much every time. Okay, so engagement. And then you're going to scroll down here, and it says post engagement. That's what I want. So I'm going to click continue. And then I'm going to create an audience, or I can use a saved audience. So yes, you can save your audiences, okay? So customize your audience. Oftentimes I am targeting my profession. So oh, wait a minute. Okay, maybe this isn't the part that I do that. See, it's always changing. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have to hit custom audience. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's try it again. Nope. All right, so I just hit custom audience. I guess that's what we're gonna do. They have recently changed this, guys, so bear with me. Okay, your location, edit. You guys, we only want United States, Canada, and United Kingdom. Those are the only places that we can offer our business right now, okay? Then you're going to go to age. I typically search the age of somebody who is out of college, so I choose 24. And I will go all the way. I am 35 right now, so I typically will search to about 37. Okay, so that's about my age range. I changed the gender because I am primarily looking for women. And let's see, do I need to change that? Edit demographics. I think that this is where I can specify that. Yes, okay. So detailed targeting. That's where you can target exactly what you want to target, okay? So you can also hit a suggestions box, and it's going to give me job title of hygienist, registered dental hygienist. Okay, so now let's say I want to target moms. All right, typically you want to choose something better than moms because you're going to get a lot. Or you could target Lululemon. Athletics is their interest. So keep in mind, I try to target something very specific to me. Okay. I primarily have my target just down to hygienists. That's pretty much all that I target anymore because that's what my ad is about. It's about going from being a professional dental hygienist to being a full-time online coach. So you will have to play with this a lot. You may notice that some of your targeted audiences starts to bring lower income, to put that nicely. So you may have to switch. Okay. So I notice when you start to get into some mom groups, you start to get into a little more lower income with your ads. That's what I've noticed with some of the other coaches that have done this with me. So think, specific to you, but know that you may have to kind of play around with these specific targeted settings, okay? But I often like using like fitness clothes that are maybe more pricier name brands because I know that my audience it's going to like that's probably going to be in a higher pay scale. I'm trying to be very politically correct about this, but you guys will see what I mean. If you do notice that you start to get people that are just not your people, then you probably need to change your targeted settings a little bit more, okay? And know that you guys can always turn your ads off. So if you're like, these are not my people, at least give it some time, okay? So that's what we're going to, and see, you can save this audience, okay? So I'm not going to save it, but you can save it, you can reuse it for later, okay? I would always suggest saving it and dating it so you know what you use then, okay? You can do automatic placement, but I like editing my placements because I like to remove it from Facebook and only plug it into Instagram, okay? Instagram, I did a marketing call with the Facebook marketing manager, and he told me that if I put it on Instagram and Facebook, I'm not charged double. That has not been true in the past. So I don't know if I was doing something wrong, but when you put it on Facebook and Instagram at the same time, I did notice I got billed from Facebook and then I got billed from Instagram. So wasn't very happy about that. So I choose one platform or the other. The Instagram is what I have it on right now. So it'll only show in Instagram. If you only wanted it to show in Facebook, then you can actually choose if it shows up in the news feed. You would want to obviously click off Instagram feed, Facebook videos, whatever, if you want it in the right column. So you can kind of choose that. Okay. But for now, we're going to say Instagram. Okay. And that feature is selected. I ignore all of that. And I come down here to budget. Okay, so for budget, I put in a lifetime budget and you can choose. Okay, so I would probably start with $25 or $50 and I would place the ad for about 4 days. Okay, typically I'll do three to 4 days, but let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we'll say, oh, that's not even right. Okay, so Tuesday, we'll say it ends Friday night at 9:59, okay? So $50 lifetime budget, they can only spend $50. They'll spread it out. Your reach will go from 1.6 thousand to 4.7. Your post engagement, you should hit about 18 to 55 people, okay? And I think that's per day. You want your audience size to always be right here in the middle where it shows in the green. You don't want it to be super specific and you don't want it to be overly broad. So you can kind of check that as you're targeting your audience and see where that goes. The Facebook marketing manager I talked to said it typically takes about 24 to 48 hours for Facebook or Instagram's algorithms to catch up with what you're looking for and to find your audience. So give it a day or 2 days and see if you start to get traction. And if you're not getting traction, you can turn it off. You can actually manage your page through an app called Pages. I have Pages downloaded, and Pages, you can view your ad and how much you've spent and really monitor that, okay, and see what you're spending per click, like how many times somebody clicks on it. You really want that to be under 50 cents per click. The lower, the better. And those things may be kind of over your head. Like once you do an ad, I can be more specific on what that looks like, but it's an app called Pages, and it's really easy to view how much you're spending and how well the ad is doing, okay? So then you'll come down here and hit continue. So we haven't even set up anything, right? If you have a post that you want to add, then you can create a new post and add it there, or you can select a post. So I can actually go into my Instagram newsfeed. Maybe, typically you can. I don't know why I can't right now. My computer's being annoying. So let's go back to Facebook because it's being funny. And I can't, click on a post, click continue. It's going to show you what it looks like in the Instagram feed, what it'll look like. I don't know why it shows it that way. The Explorer page. Oh, okay, cool. So it'd be in the Explorer page. And it won't be in video because there's not a video. So it'll show you what your ad will look like. It'll say sponsored, so people actually know this is an ad. Just know that you can get ads denied because you use certain language, okay? So transformation pictures can be kind of tricky. Ads often won't allow you to run a transformation picture. You can try it. It'll tell you whether it will or will not be approved and why. Okay. And then you come down here and you click confirm, and that's it. That's all I do. There is a lot of words on here. There's a lot of things to look at, but that's all that I do. Those things that I showed you is what I do in order to run an ad. Again, it's dabbling with it, guys. So if you're like, okay, I ain't putting $50 on it yet, let me see what happens with $20. That's how I started ads. I put $20 on it a month, and our budget was tight then, but I was making some money from Beachbody. I'm like, well, it seems smart to reinvest it in something that could bring me people in front of my stuff. So I started reinvesting my Beachbody money and placing some of it on ads. And even to today, I don't spend a lot on ads. I will typically, here recently, I haven't done very many this year. But on average, I would say when I was doing them more consistently, I was spending anywhere from $100 to $200 for the month. Okay. In the very beginning, I was spending like $20 a month. dabbling, trying to figure out what post worked. That's why, ads, you have to be patient with them, because you're going to do an ad like this. It's a transformation, and they may decline it. They may deny it. It could be something that you wrote in the post. It could be something they deny with the image. You can't have a lot of text on your image. Okay, so text cannot take up more than 20% of your photo. So I suggest not using photos with text on them. They will deny that. So it's a learning curve. That part I'm not going to lie to you about, but I will tell you guys, if you go and just hit the boost button on a Facebook like page or a boost button from Instagram, I don't think you're going to get exactly what you're looking for in the biggest bang from your buck if you're not using Ads Manager. But you can dabble with it. I do think from Instagram, the boost button will now let you target an audience. It's not as narrowed down and specific as Facebook Ads Manager will let you be, but I think you can still kind of target a general audience of what you're looking for. So don't be scared of doing an ad through Ads Manager. If somebody really wants me to do a one-on-one with them, or Chris, because Chris knows ads very well too, we are more than happy to do that. Just set that time frame up with us. There are ways you can also do what's called a dark post. And a dark post basically means that your ad is not ran on your profile page. It's ran only through the ads. It's only a sponsored ad in the feed. It's not actually on your page, but it's connected to your page. They can click on, like Daniel Lichtai, Oh My Tone, they can click on that, and that is going to lead them, back there. Okay? All right, guys, I hope that you found this to be helpful.